How's your lock-in going? Welcome to week 6 of the great lock-in, y'all. We are at the halfway mark. Can you believe it? If you are still in it to win it like I am, give yourself a round. As y'all can see, I am in my car for another week being a mom. But that does not mean that I'm not going to stick to my own goals, which means I had to get this check-in in for y'all. And let me tell y'all, girl, last week was intense. Y'all, my mom was in town. We went to a conference. I filmed, posted a video every single day. And I also learned some major lessons about capacity, commitment, and what God is doing in this season. So let's dive in. First things first, like I told y'all, I posted a video every single day last week. And if you have not caught up on any of my videos, pause, stop what you're doing. I need you to go and binge right now. And then you can come back and see what this check-in is all about. Even with my mom in town, even with the conference happening, y'all, I got 7 videos posted 7 days in a row. Not only that, I also managed to get back on Substack. So I posted an article on Substack. We're talking about creating effective content while also building community through content. That is my topic of the month for my paid subscribers. So I made sure that I showed up and delivered on that last week. Now this week, I do intend to get at least 2 to 3 articles in before the end of the week. I also still managed to do client work. Not only that, I DoorDashed when needed in between. And I still showed up as a wife and a mom last week as well. So, proud of me. But when I tell y'all that I was running on literal fumes, girl, I'm running on fumes right now. The thing is though, I do hope that you guys grasp through my videos that your commitment is more important than your feelings. And sometimes that means that you're going to miss out on sleep. Sometimes that means you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be tired. But when you understand the vision and you keep your eyes on the prize, you recognize that your feelings don't matter and being tired is a temporary feeling. Right now, you got to stick to your commitment. I'm going to keep it real with y'all about what the week looked like. Monday, I was exhausted, but I had client deliverables to get in by 2 p.m. Not only that, I had to also get the guest room ready for my mom, which had unintentionally become a storage unit for us. And I still had to post my videos. When I tell y'all, I was so tired. At one point, I found myself in the car just dozing off. So tired that I was almost crying. I did have an aha moment though last week. If you've been watching any of my other videos, you know that I am going through a big transition in my life right now at 35 years old, where I am rebuilding, rediscovering who I am in this season, in this next chapter of life. And the aha moment that I had was that I'm no longer living in shame. And what I mean by that is sometimes we will allow people, places, society, experiences to make us feel ashamed of our journey, ashamed of the mistakes that we made, of the decisions that we made with the information that we had in front of us, of the choices. But the one thing that I had to take a hold of last week was realizing you can only be shamed when you don't own it. So it really forced me to own my story as I navigated week 6 of the Great Lock-In. So week 6 also taught me, y'all, I am so much more capable than what I thought. My level of commitment is stronger than what I knew. I'm learning that I can batch create content, serve my clients, be present with my mom, my husband, and my children, attend a conference, and post daily content all in one walk. I'm also learning that it is so important for me to document this season, not only because of the goals that I have down the line, But just so that I'll always have this reminder whenever I feel discouraged on my journey, I'll have these videos to look back on for myself and realize and see just how much I showed up for Felicia. The other part of that is I'm not just documenting this journey for Felicia. I'm also documenting this journey because I think it's important to show people what it looks like to still have joy. A lot of times we think that joy is laughter. You know, that joy is out and about, wine, dining, and all these things. Sometimes joy is simply waking up and sticking to the commitment that you made to yourself, right? Sometimes joy is cleaning up your kitchen, folding clothes, putting away laundry. Sometimes joy is watching your favorite show at night. And the thing for me is I want people to see in real time what it looks like to still have peace and also to show how you overcame. It has become very apparent to me, not only through my own experiences, but also through the comments that I'm reading, through the DMs that I'm receiving, that people need to see the God moments in my life. I'll tell y'all, the biggest lesson for me last week was I had a revelation that fear is a made-up concept. Everything that I was afraid of, everything that I was trying to prevent from happening has happened. And yet, I'm still here. There's still another path in front of me. There's still a journey ahead. There's still joy. There's still peace. There's still calmness. There's still assurance. Every single thing, y'all, that I was afraid of has literally occurred, and I'm still okay. And I'll tell you, once you accept and realize that fear is a made-up concept, it's almost like you instantly become fearless. Week 7 is here. And here is what I'm focused on this week. I want to continue posting my daily content because that is a promise that I made to myself. It does not matter how tired I am. I want to get back to posting consistently on my Substack. I realized that although I did give myself grace in that 5th week of the month for September with posting, you miss 1 week, and I'm telling you, sometimes it's really hard to get back on the saddle. But my commitment is going to outweigh everything. And because I'm committed to showing up on that platform and it's a space that means something to me, I am determined to get back in my groove when it comes to my writing. So my mother-in-law comes in town this week. I know, my mom just left. Literally, I just dropped her off at the airport. This should be an interesting week for me, but I'm prepared and I know what I'm capable of now. I'm also continuing to learn what works on the platform while staying true to who I am, which is being Felicia. I do not want to be boxed in at all whatsoever. And as much as I can appreciate everyone saying how relatable I am and all of those things when they leave comments, I'm also realizing that there is going to have to be a line drawn in the sand as I go further on my journey with what I share and what I decide to keep to myself, because for me, that is not the goal. And we'll have another video where I talk to you guys about why I feel like relatability is a trap, and it's no longer a trap that I intend to fall into. Week 6 taught me that God is confirming everything for me in real time, and that this season of rest and rebuilding is exactly where I need to be. So it's your turn. How did the week turn out for you? Were there any experiences for you? Did you have any revelations? Anything new that you learned about yourself? Anything that you may want to change as well? Drop it down in the comments below. And if you're just starting, I want you to drop today's date and let me know your 3 areas of focus. Week 7 starts now, y'all. Let's get it. Bye.